Hi, Sue Wilson back again today with a lovely Christmas video. Now this is a little bit of a twist on an old favorite called Cotton Crystal, but I think it's stunning, so we'll walk you through it. The dies we'll be using in today's card from the festive collection is the Deer family. We're also going to be using the winter trees, as well as the lovely Peace on Earth sentiment. A couple other products we'll be using. Got just a pop of red with the Berry Sparkle PVA glue. I'm also going to be putting some snow on the trees with the Cosmic White PVA glue. And to do the Cotton Crystal technique, we're going to use the Cosmic Lacquer. So let's get started here. Now what you'll need for this technique is a piece of clear acetate. And I tend to cut it a little bit bigger than the piece that I want so I can trim it down to size. And you're going to need just some white gift wrap tissue, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is take our Cosmic Lacquer and we're going to just swirl it all over the piece, just all the way around. Make sure you've got enough to cover. When we put our tissue on there, we want to make sure that it's going to attach, and this is going to be our glue, so to speak, for that. The other thing we're going to be using is the Cosmic Shimmer Pearlescent Mica. Now I've got a pot here and I'm just going to pick it up with this little brush that we have and layer it around. And I like to try and get this as fine as possible, but if you get big clumps of it, we can easily take care of that, and I'll show you what we'll do. Just get a bunch of that mica in there because that's going to give you that real pretty, almost mother of pearl look come through. There we go. Now if you have any areas where it's gotten very dark and deep with a lot of the mica, take just a piece of tissue, hold onto the edge here, and you can kind of work through it. Spread it around, and this will actually help spread your Cosmic Shimmer too, the lacquer. Pop that into place. There we go. Okay. Now, the next thing you need is your tissue. Now, if you give this a light crumple, you'll get some really lovely wrinkles in that. So you don't want to open it up so it's perfectly smooth, but just kind of lay it on top. But then you'll need to bring in some sort of piece of kitchen roll to tamp it down with. So those wrinkles will come through from the other side and be really, really pretty. Now ordinarily when you do this technique, you'd put in a little bit of alcohol ink for color, but we're just going for kind of a mother of pearl look with this, and this is a lovely way to achieve this. Okay, so you can also pick this up and you can look at it from this point of view, and if you've got any spots that are missing here, then you can go back through and you can, if you've ripped it like this, you can add a little piece of tissue over the top of that. That's totally fine, but that's lovely. Now that needs to stay overnight and dry, so I'll set that aside. We can use that on another project, but what you have once it dries is something that looks like this. And I've trimmed this just in a paper cutter to get the size. You can trim away all the extra bit of the tissue, but it's absolutely beautiful. And then for our card, what I've done is I've gone ahead and cut it into 3 panels, and I've popped it onto some mounting foam. So I'm going to use that as the base of this card. Now, the next thing is our lovely Peace on Earth. I wanted to add a little bit of glitz to this, so I'm going to shimmer it up with some glitter. So just using some spray glue on it. Go ahead and give it a nice little spray with that. Bring over a piece of copy paper. I'm going to pop that into place. And we will use the diamond sprinkles from the Cosmic Shimmer Glitter Jewels line. I'm just going to give this a nice dusting. Let's set that over right there. Pop this all back into our container so we don't waste it. There we go. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to add a little bit with this, this berry sparkle, just a touch of color. So what I did was I cut a separate one and added just some little holly berries to the end piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on top of the piece there. Just layer it right on top of that. Give that a second to catch. And I'll bring back my card and we'll put that into place. So I'm just going to use a little Cosmic Shimmer glue on the back and some of the larger spots here. There we go. Get that holly good. That should hold that nicely. And I'm going to pop this up in the top corner. Give that a second to set up. Lovely. Okay, set that aside. Now, I've also gone ahead and cut all my deer. I've got the stag here, a little bit of mounting foam. So we're going to put him in the corner of our card. Just about like that. And I've got the mother and the baby here. I'm going to put the baby on below the mother, so she will be kind of sticking out from underneath. Let's see, right about like that. I like that. Give that a second. A little bit of mounting foam on mom. Pop that into place right over the top there. There we go. We're getting there. And a couple of the trees. Now what I've done is I've used the Cosmic Shimmer white PVA glue, and then I've sprinkled the ice snow on top of it for a really deep looking snow on top of it. Okay, so I've got two sizes here. Put a little bit of glue in this bottom one. I'm just going to put them up in this corner here, kind of like they're out in the distance on the card. And I've got a bit of mounting foam here. Let's just pop that up into that corner and actually put a little bit of glue for some extra adhesion. About like that. There we go. Really nice. Love the white on white. I just think that's so pretty. What do you think? That is just a simple, elegant card with just a tiniest little pop of red to draw your eye in. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and look for us again on our YouTube channel or on my blog, www.partycraft.blogspot.com.